This is Dr. Tori Wieston-Surden, and you are listening to Reimagining Youth Work. What's good, fam? Today is very special because I am actually sitting here speaking to the Iman team. Everybody is always asking who is the genius, the brilliance behind everything that Iman does. Today, you get the opportunity to hear from these young folks who have guided me and who have been alongside me as we do this work with, alongside, for young people. So I have my Director of Training and Outreach, Cade Maldonado, and I have my Director of Programs, Isabella Chavez. Well, thank y'all for being willing to indulge me. I would like a little bit of discussion about how is Iman reimagining youth work? What does that look like for us?
What I like to start with is mentoring should exist to clear the air and purify the water, right? So moving beyond just making sure that you have a good relationship, making sure that your young person is reaching their full potential, which is something that I think that most folks that are engaged in this work can agree on. There's looking at the context that young people are living in and understanding the fact that as mentors, once we start to think about young people, once we start to care about them, we start to realize that the world that we're sending them into is not fair, is not always just, or even healthy, like from a physical bodily sort of perspective. And so I think that one of the points of reimagining youth work that I think fits very central to our mission is not just stopping at, okay, you're great, okay, goodbye. Like go out into the world and do the best. But I think that we also do a lot of work with advocacy. We have conversations internally about, like you said earlier, the state of the world, the state of our country. And I think also being very frank with our young people, introducing them to ideas that can carry them through or can help them to engage in work and engage in their communities in liberatory ways is super important, right? So we don't just stop at the relationship. It goes beyond the relationship. We look at the context of young people as a whole.
Yeah, I think the crucial point to reimagining youth work is really like tied to changing individuals. I think, like, especially the older individuals that engage with young folks. But the only way that you can really do that is by changing those larger systems that those individuals operate within. Um, and so it's hard. And so it's like why abolitionist theories or abolitionist pedagogy and stuff like that is so appealing, because it's like it really calls on us to reimagine everything instead of like, you know, just like trying to change like one individual program or one individual, school and everything like that. But it's like, how do we change this stuff like system wide? I think that's the crucial point. I think the thing that I'm still working on and how I really want to reimagine youth work is like, I feel like I'm in this weird place where I hear older adults like saying, or even people my age, saying like, oh, these young people, they're not passionate about anything anymore. They don't have this flair. They're not like, they don't talk about things with these like deep passion. But the way that our systems, again, are set up, it's like, you really only got to be passionate about one thing to get to this one goal, to do this next thing. And then that's it. And then, your life is over, goodbye. But so like really delve into that work and just figure out what young people are passionate about, like introduce them to things, like, don't stifle their creativity or their ideas of like wanting to do 50 different things. And that's the thing I love about Iman is like, I want to do a lot of different stuff, but I'd never really had that opportunity as a young person to do that, because it's like, well, it's not realistic. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to take the SAT, but then, go do something else at the same time, right? Like that idea or that world doesn't exist for a lot of folks. And I think that is how we can reimagine youth work, is by like extending the possibilities that our young folks have. And why the networking part is so crucial, I think, for Iman is like, it's a network, right? We should be able to tap into it, tap out, shift to the whole other side of the network at one end, and then shift to the other one when we need to. And I think that helps us as like a community, as a society, as a region, whatever, like heal, survive, and then hopefully thrive once we like get past like what, the situation we're in right now.
Thank you both for being here. Y'all have been listening to the Dream Team, Youth Mentoring Action Network's Isabella Chavez and Cade Maldonado, who are our director of programs and our director of training and outreach. So when folks, again, ask me what's the secret sauce, how do we do this work, these are the folks that are my go-to. These are the folks that I'm in constant conversation with around this work. Subscribe, share with the homies, and until next time, keep doing good work.